Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ju.
I'm NALE.
We want to thank you guys who have already been supporting us and subscribing. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now.
Right now.
Turn those post notifications on.
Yep.
And leave us a comment down below so we can interact with you guys. Today we have some real talk coming for Millennial Mondays. And you don't want to miss out.
You do not want to miss out. During Millennial Mondays, we'll cover topics such as life, love, work, travel, sports, and technology. Today, we're going to focus on work, life, and travel. We're going to give our honest millennial feedback, honest millennial opinions, real talk, millennial style.
From the male and female perspective.
Yep. This is Millennial Mondays, but obviously COVID's going on, and just like everything else, it takes over the conversation.
It does.
So,
But we're not going to let it take over our lives.
Yeah, and really quick, because we were talking probably a month or so ago, but I was telling you, everything's kind of been reset, right?
Mm-hmm.
So usually when people are talking about work, life, travel, business, mental health, anything, it was on a different spectrum. So now when you're talking about any of those things, it has to be during COVID at the end.
The way you do it
during COVID. It's a whole new ballgame.
Mm-hmm.
You can't talk about travel how you would normally talk and where to go and what to do, da-da-da. You have to say travel during COVID.
How do you work out?
During COVID. Yeah. How do you groom yourself during COVID?
How do you go on dates?
During COVID. How do you meet people during COVID? I'm sorry, I'll let you drink. I'll drink too.
Yeah, I was trying to get mine. And we're drinking tea and coffee. So.
Yeah. How much coffee should you drink during COVID?
How many times should you say
during COVID?
I'm weak.
Yeah. So out of the three that we agreed on, work, travel, and life, which one would you like to start with?
Let's go with travel.
Travel. Out of this whole travel topic, which just sucks off the top of my head, like I can't think of anything positive when it comes to travel right now, other than cheap flights.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't think of anything good. So go ahead, tell me what you have to say about flights, the travel, the hotels, the masks. Ugh.
Well, like you said, it kind of sucks right now because there's not many positives that's coming out of it. But the one good thing is that you get cheap flights, cheap hotels, cheap rental cars, all of that stuff, cheap Airbnbs. But on the other side of things, like a lot of places aren't even open.
Yeah.
You can't go to certain places that you want to visit, certain landmarks, whatever it is. Like you can go to a specific city trying to visit a specific restaurant, and that restaurant is
closed,
shut down.
Or takeout only.
Takeout only, so you really don't even get the full experience.
That's probably why the flights are so cheap.
Mm-hmm. It all ties in together.
So then it's like, why even take the flight? Like, why even go visit? Because you're not going to get the full experience.
Right. Just to say you've been there.
Yeah. So you take this flight with this mask that's been on your face, because you have to wear it through the airport
Mhm.
and the whole flight.
Not to mention, if you Uber to the airport, you have to wear it
The
then.
Uber there and back. So I'd say typical drive times would be anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes.
Mhm.
So let's just round it to 30 minutes, like to get to and from the airport. So that's an hour to and from. Getting through the airport, you should get there, 2 hours in advance?
They say 2 hours, but
Let's just say an hour in advance
yeah.
of takeoff.
Especially right now, because nobody's really in the airport, so you can get there about an hour, maybe even 45 minutes in advance, and you'll be good. Like, you can walk straight through security, get to your gate, and still be early.
So we're comfortable with an hour.
Yeah, I'd say an hour.
I am not comfortable with 45 minutes. I'd be freaking out. But maybe do an hour and a half so you can't blame us if you get a flight.
Don't take this advice. This is just what we may do. Don't take this as advice.
No, it's what we would do. I don't see us getting to the airport 2 hours in advance.
Oh no,
Not right now.
not yet.
There's nothing going on.
Maybe once all this clears up,
Yeah.
we can go back to 2 hours. But right now,
60 minutes.
60 minutes straight through security.
In and out in 60
Get right
minutes.
to our gate. Right there.
Okay, so 1 hour in drive time of
Mhm.
mask if you're doing an Uber or a Lyft or any type of mobile transportation. Get into the airport and let's just say 2 hours to be on the safe side. So that is 3 hours total of mask time. And then you get on the flight, and usually your flight's you're gonna be on that plane for more than an hour, no matter where you're flying to. So let's just say 2 hours in the air. So how many hours total of that is like wearing a mask?
Way too many. Way too many.
Was that 5 hours of mask time? And then
Wow.
if you're going to the hotel, you still need to wear it when you get out of the Uber to check in. And don't let there be a line, which most likely there shouldn't be a line.
Right.
But don't let there be a line. Let's just say it takes you 15 minutes to check in. You got to get your bags out of the Uber, get in there, you got to check in, get to your room. That's 20 hours right there.
That can be so irritating. Not only like mentally, but
Yeah.
physically as well. Just having that on your face for so long.
And just uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I know, so my ears, I have small ears. And the masks, after a while, it starts to irritate the back of my ears.
Right.
Or it feels like it's like pulling like this. So that's why I like the reusable ones more than the disposable ones, because they tend to be looser and not as, my ears aren't as irritated by them.
Mhm.
But I'm also more comfortable with them because I know exactly how clean they are.
Yeah.
The reusable ones, I can wash them. I can throw them in the washer and know for sure, like, nail clean that mask and that mask is clean. Versus getting one that's disposable and not even knowing who packaged it.
Yeah. Well, I've seen the ones that just hang around your neck and you can just like pull it straight up.
Yeah,
So it doesn't have to go around your ears.
those are convenient.
Yeah. I've never had one, but I wonder how comfortable it is
Let's
and
see.
how effective it is as well.
Well, you get it and then you tell me how it is.
I'll test it out. Let us know if you guys have one of those masks.
Or what's your favorite type of mask?
Yeah. Favorite, most comfortable, most effective, all of that.
Isn't it crazy how I feel like this section of Millennial Mondays could be about fashion as well, because masks are now a form of fashion.
It is.
People are putting, the company logos or just
Everything.
different designs on there.
I've seen some pretty cool ones.
Yeah.
Some really, really cool ones.
Drop in the comments section your favorite website or just a link to the masks that you like, and if they have any cool designs, maybe we'll get some and sport them in our next video.
Maybe.
Out on the scene to the grocery store.
And you were mentioning Uber earlier. Speaking of Uber, I've seen those little protective shields, the plastic ones, people have been putting in their cars between the driver's seat and the back seat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, to, give some type of form of protection.
You're talking about the plastic coverings that go right behind the driver's seat and separate that front row. Okay.
I thought that was pretty dope, and it's definitely safer than
the alternative. Okay, so that plastic covering, it's like it's a COVID barrier, and it's also another form of safety and protection from just maybe crazy drunk people in the back seat, or just crazy people, period, that get in those Ubers. I like that.
Don't be that crazy person.
Don't be the crazy person. Don't be the drunk person.
Right.
And if you are the drunk person, have a friend.
Yeah, to look out for you.
Because you also don't want to get in that Uber drunk and then the Uber driver be the crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
And we keep saying Uber.
But it can be
Lyft. It can be any type of mobile transportation app service. What are they called?
Transportation services.
We'll add the name of it here once we Google it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's definitely, it's a cool thing to have, because just imagine you have a crazy person in the back seat trying to do something. They have to get through that barrier. They're not going to be able to get through that barrier like super quickly. So it gives the actual driver time to prepare themselves for whatever's going on in the back seat. So they can stop the car, get out, whatever they need to do.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, when it comes to travel, we've talked about flights, hotels. We didn't talk too much about the flight other than the travel time, but I do know that on airlines, they are requiring the mask. And I have heard that some airlines are now selling out completely instead of keeping that separation. So if you're traveling,
before they were having the middle seats open.
Yeah, and that is no more.
And it was like every other seat, but now it's every seat you can sit in.
I would recommend traveling in groups of 2 or more. That way, if you're sitting in the plane, and if it's a 2 or a 3 seater, you only have to worry about one other person's air that you'd be breathing in.
Sure.
Okay, nice. So that is travel. Remaining, we have work and life. Where do you want to start?
Let's go with work.
Work. I like work. So with work, I think we can focus in on skill building and maintaining just a work-life balance.
Sure.
COVID style.
COVID style. Quarantine style.
Quarantine style, I know. Okay. Yeah. So I can kick this one off.
Go ahead.
Firsthand, I know that maintaining a good work-life balance is very tricky. It can be very tricky. You have to make sure that, you're not working through your lunch break. Make sure that you're not just snacking.
Get those full meals.
Yeah, you need to put fuel into your system. So if you're working on your laptop all day, or you're on the phone all day doing who knows what, work. You forget that you need to treat yourself. And some people, they take coffee breaks. Some people would take walks around the buildings that they worked in. Some people would just go to their car really quick, just anything. But due to COVID and quarantine, now people are just working straight through and way past the time that they would usually work.
Right.
So if you were in an office, you would maybe get there around 8, 9, leave around 5, 6. You're not doing none of that right now. You wake up, roll out of the bed, and you're working. And you don't need travel time to get back home. So you just work late too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to make sure you find time to spend with your loved ones. You have to find time to take care of yourself, things that you would normally do. So me, I would normally do a happy hour with my friends, or maybe go to a basketball game with my family, or just go visit parents or something like that. But now all of that, for the most part, is just out the window.
Yeah.
So
You just have to give yourself those mental breaks throughout the day, whether it be 5-10 minutes here and there, every other hour, whatever it is, whatever works for you. You have to give yourself like some time to just decompress, relax, give your mind a break, and then get back to what you're doing. Because if you're going like all day long, nonstop, no breaks, no anything, you're gonna wear yourself out. You're gonna burn yourself out.
and you're gonna make mistakes that you wouldn't normally
Tons of
make.
mistakes.
I'm guilty. It was Tuesday, and I sent an email thinking it was Friday.
I remember that. You were asking me like, "What's today? What day is today?"
I sent that email. People responded. They were like, "I'll take it."
That was funny.
Can this be Friday?
That was definitely funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then I looked at you, and I was like, okay, I need to sit down.
Yeah.
I'm doing too much.
So make sure you're taking those breaks. Give yourself a mental break and get back on track later.
Yeah.
And what about skill building?
Yeah.
Super important. We have the time to do it now. Learn those new skills, take those new classes, so that we can diversify our skills and maybe transition into a new career path, whatever it may be. But it's definitely super important, and I think right now is the time to do it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. When it comes to skill building, one, even though we all don't stay on top of it, we should all be participating in some type of skill building activity, class,
Always.
environment, blog, anything. You should always be participating in something that will improve your skill set in one way or another. You could do that with yourself. Maybe it's writing, reading, music, communication, just
whatever it is.
any of those things. So skill building should always be a part of our lives. I was going to say daily routines, but nobody's that consistent with it. But just make it a priority. If you thought that the job market was saturated before, with COVID going on, there's probably 1,000 times more candidates going for the same job that you're going for.
Facts.
Like, don't be the one who is this close to getting that job, but since you don't have a certain skill, you get looked over, you get passed over. There's too many.
Mm-hmm.
I remember coming out of undergrad. It was so hard because everybody had a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
And I remember when I would have the conversations with my parents, back in the day, everybody didn't have a bachelor's degree. So just in my opinion, now leave a comment below if I'm just wrong, but in my opinion, it was way easier to get a job back then if you had a degree. It wasn't as much competition.
Mm-hmm.
But now, a bachelor's degree, and I'm focusing in right now in the corporate world. Obviously, there are numerous, just as prevalent industries going on, but just my personal experiences in the corporate world. So that's what I can give you guys. So sorry if this is very
one-sided.
But hey, if you're in the corporate world and you're with me, leave a comment below too. So anywho, back in the day, it was way easier to get a job if you had a degree because there wasn't as much competition. But now, everybody has a bachelor's degree.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has one. So what's the next level up from there? I went and got my MBA, but getting a certification or just continuing to build your skills in whichever kind of way is something that you need to do.
Yeah.
So,
and don't think you always have to, just go to school.
Right.
In terms of, building up your skills. Like there's tons of, you were talking about certifications. There are tons of free certifications online academies, whether it be Code Academy, Udemy, whatever, all of those places, all of those academies, they offer free courses.
The text, is that text specific or is that?
Code Academy is tech specific.
What's Udemy?
Udemy, you can do tons of things on there.
Okay.
But there are other ones as well. Those are just two that I named off the top of my head. There are other platforms. HubSpot. They have a free certification. There's tons of different. Coursera. There's tons of different platforms that you can go on just to get those free certifications, to get free skill building courses, whatever it is. And you can learn different things, learn different skills, go into different industries, and just diversify your skills.
Yep. So if you're lucky enough to have not been affected by COVID in terms of losing your job, yes, that's amazing, but continue to build your skills.
It's all about progress. Never want to stay the same.
Yeah.
In any area of life, just
Agreed.
keep progressing, keep learning,
Mm-hmm.
learning new things, whatever. You
Yeah.
can find your passion that way, find new things that you just fall in love with, things that you never even thought about.
Yeah, because skill building doesn't have to center around the specific industry that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
You can build your skills elsewhere.
Exactly.
I like that. Look at us.
Let's keep skill building.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've done travel, work, and now we have life.
Mm-hmm. You remind me of what are those girls called? The ones that go on like right before a boxing match.
The ring girls?
I'm not sure. I don't even know if they have like a specific name, but
Mhm.
you know what I'm talking about.
If there is a specific name, we'll put it right here.
You remind me of one of those right now. One of them right now.
It's probably the braids. You think
Well,
so?
the way that you're doing this,
This?
it's or like right before like a NASCAR race or something, like how they used to do in the movies.
While talking about life, we're gonna focus in on
Let's do working out,
working out
staying in shape.
and priorities. Okay. You know what? You're in better shape than I am.
You're in good shape.
You work out more than I do.
Okay, so working out. Another super important thing to do, especially now. I know firsthand how important it is to, keep your body in shape, make sure you're eating right, staying in the gym, all of that stuff, getting your cardio in, getting your lifts in. Because if you're just sitting here, especially during this time, you can get lazy. And it's easy to just become complacent, get comfortable and get lazy, just sit around, forget forget your whole workout routine, whatever that may be, and not get in the gym. Like, it's super easy to get in that space. So right now, like, you have to almost just put it in the back of your mind every single day, however often you're quote unquote working out or exercising, whatever it is, you have to make mental notes and kind of force yourself, to remember that you need to make this a priority.
Yeah.
Keep your body in shape, make sure you're eating right, so that you don't become out of shape and unhealthy.
And get that COVID-15.
Yeah, you don't want that COVID-19
You don't want COVID-15 or 19.
at all.
You don't want COVID anything. Yeah, and people that normally don't work out as much, like me, I work out here and there, but now we're not working out as much as we need to. We're not eating right. We're laying down, sitting down all day. There's no grocery store runs. There's no just walking to the car, doing your hair, any type of activities. There's no communication, no nothing.
Those normal things are just
Gone.
They're all gone.
So you're not getting any steps in. Drinking coffee all day.
So you have to, it's almost like now you have to prioritize it a lot more than you would normally prioritize it.
The world we live in today.
You can't let yourself get out of shape.
No.
Can't start eating like an animal.
Well, and speaking of that, can't let yourself get out of shape. We keep saying everything's more important now, but even that's more important because let's say you do get sick, you need to be in shape.
You do.
Yeah.
You need to have your body right and healthy enough to fight off, whatever sickness you're dealing with, whether that be COVID or anything else that may come around. So if your body's not in tip-top shape and it's not healthy,
or any kind of shape,
yeah, you're gonna have trouble fighting off that sickness.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys are getting in the gym, staying in shape, working out. Bring your baby girl with you.
Bring your baby boo with you.
So make that a priority for sure.
I guess that's a good segue into priorities. So when I was saying priorities, I was thinking more along the lines of reevaluating your priorities, right? So everything we just said kind of is still in that same subject of just working out, what you're eating, what you're doing, the people you're spending time with and stuff like that, right? All those are priorities. But so prior to COVID, a big priority of mine was what? I like living downtown. Do you like living downtown?
I wouldn't say I necessarily like or dislike it, but I tolerate it.
Okay. So me though, love downtown. Love it. But with COVID, there's no reason to be downtown. Nothing's going on, nothing's open. I don't want to be around people.
You can't go anywhere, places aren't open, different amenities aren't available.
Yeah.
It's almost like why?
There's
why
no purpose. I'm like, I want a yard.
And then you're gonna pay more to be downtown.
Yeah.
And not have anything to do.
You're paying for the amenities that you don't get to use.
It's just a waste of money.
At this point.
So,
I need to be able to put my feet in some grass now. I was telling him the other day, I was like, "Ooh, let's go put our feet in some grass somewhere."
Become one with the earth.
Become one with the earth. I'm tired of being cooped up in here. I think that's it for today. They've heard us talk enough. I think we've given some good millennial insights on life during COVID. All we can do is continue to build our own skills,
Stay positive,
maintain your work-life balance,
keep God first.
And you never know what someone else is going through. All the things that we've talked about today, people are in different stages of their life. So you just need to make sure that you need to learn how to be a good friend during COVID.
During COVID.
Yeah.
Good friend, good boyfriend, good girlfriend.
Yeah.
Good brother, sister, all of that stuff.
Just because someone's not texting or calling you back, it doesn't mean that they don't want to talk to you. It just it's
have
life.
to be understanding.
Yeah.
Check on your people. Make sure everybody's good. Like you said, just because someone's not, texting back or being as active with you and interacting as much with you, they could be going through things, as we all are. So
I've seen a couple of memes where they're like, "You're home all day. If they're not texting you back, it's because they don't want to talk to you." And I'm like, that's not true.
there's a whole pandemic right now.
Yes, it is a pandemic going on. You are not the priority. Out of everything that we covered when we talked about priorities, texting back
was not one.
Was not one.
So don't take offense to it. Don't take it personal. It's a pandemic. We're in a whole pandemic right now. People have different priorities, things going on. So
thank y'all for watching, subscribing, sharing, tuning in, liking, commenting, all of the above.
And if you haven't done those things already, do it now.
Do it now.
We're watching.
This is me watching you.
Yeah. See what they're doing back. Did they subscribe?
Yeah, they did.
Did they comment?
They didn't.
Okay.
They didn't comment yet, but
Alright.
they're
I've
watching.
just seen somebody like the video.
Mm.
I see you.
I like it.
I see you liking the video.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was some real talk.
It was.
I like that.
It was.
Cool.
Love it. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day and for bringing us here, allowing us to fellowship together, dear Lord, and go on this journey with our subscribers, with our supporters, dear Lord. We pray for each and every one of them. Pray that you please bless them all as you bless us, Lord. Pray for your forgiveness for another 24 hours of life. Amen.
Amen. Cool. Well, bye, y'all.
See you later.